Hey, what's up guys, Diplex here again. Welcome back to part 2 of our Japanese invasion of French Indochina. This battle is gonna focus entirely on the Citadel, which the Japanese failed to take during the previous battle. We're gonna get the fighting started very soon, but first, a quick video from today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by The Ridge. The Ridge offers high quality and minimalistic wallets available in a variety of different colors and awesome materials. I received one in carbon fiber and one in black titanium. They both look amazing and contain absolutely everything I need to have in my wallet, with space for even more cards. What I really like about these wallets is that they streamline and simplify your pockets, removing room for unnecessary junk paper and receipts, which you can get online most of these days. They also have a really cool tactical and militaristic look. They just don't look like a regular wallet. Adding and removing cards to your wallet is just as easy as it looks, and the sturdy build keeps all the cards secure inside. I really hope you'll take a look at the site linked in the description box below. There are so many variants of this wallet and they all have their unique feel and look. I'm sure you'll find something that you like. They also come with a lifetime guarantee. I really appreciate their product and the quality of their work, and I hope you will too. Thanks again to The Ridge for sponsoring this video. Alright guys, let's get the battle started. One more quick thanks to The Ridge for sponsoring this video, and of course to everyone who has donated over the last couple of days, as well as the ones who have shown their support in different ways, such as commenting, liking, and sharing the video. Thank you so much guys, the support has been absolutely overwhelming. I aim to make a video dedicated to everyone who has donated soon, so stay tuned. I have a message for you. But back to the battle. So the French have doubled their defenses here on the wall. One more howitzer has been brought up, and the amount of riflemen and machine gunners have been doubled. It's going to be a pretty insane battle, and you can see some of the leftovers here from the first battle, which can also be found here on the YouTube channel. There will be a link to it in the description box below in case you missed it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and click start. Now there will be a tiny black little box there in the top left corner of the screen, and there will also be a finish button in the bottom right. I don't know why I'm having this issue. It's a reoccurring one. It happens every now and then where the HUD simply doesn't want to go away entirely. So it's 99% cinematic. Let's enjoy the battle. I think it's going to be a rather crazy one. Japanese light tank rolling in now to support the infantry. I think it's likely it'll cover, or it'll try and target the French howitzers on the wall. Oh, that was a nice shot. It missed, but it could have taken out some infantrymen nearby. Howitzers targeting the light tank. The first of many to come. So far, so good for the tank. Close, but no hit. Yeah, continuously missing. The French are awfully inaccurate this time around. This gun here on the left side proved to be devastating in the previous battle, but so far it could be the darkness, like the difference in weather. It could make vision harder. There's also quite a strong wind right now, as you can tell, and it just might make accuracy worse overall. But that light tank is gonna go down before any of the French howitzers on the wall are brought down. It does look like a few riflemen were killed though. It's going to be a very costly battle for both sides, so there's plenty of more casualties to be expected. Alright, let's head over back to the Japanese. Towards the middle or end of this battle, we're going to be forced to take control. So I'm excited to see how well the Japanese will be able to get to the gatehouse itself. If at all, actually. I'm not having my hopes up right now. So far, the French defenses are looking super sturdy. The tanks are going to have to do more damage than they have so far. But there we go. That was a pretty good hit. I think that howitzer... Yeah, that howitzer is definitely disabled. It looks like it took a frontal hit, so... Crew down. One howitzer still active. One Japanese light tank fairly close to the wall itself. Oh, look at that. Brought down as well shortly after. Looking pretty good for the Japanese so far. You know what? I think we're going to do... I think we'll try and crew the guns again. Actually, this one is still good. One soldier survived the impact. I wonder if the gun is still functioning, though. If it's destroyed, he's going to have to repair it. And it might take him a few minutes to realize where the damage is dealt and where he needs to repair the gun. So, the crew is still partially alive, but there's no action out of that gun as of now. Alright, so we have, I think, 2 Japanese tanks on the battlefield. One knocked out. And plenty of infantry. Now, a lot were killed during the first 2 waves. So from now on, it's going to be a little bit slower on the manpower. Okay, they're attacking here on the right side as well. And mind you, the French are still holding the side street. Not with a humongous amount of manpower or anything like that. They haven't had their numbers doubled. But we know how accurate and deadly they were in the first part. They're going to be as accurate and as deadly this time around. So we'll see if the Japanese forces will get me raging or mad, but you know, it'll be up to them. They will set the pace here. They will set my mood. So I guess we'll just have to find out. There's that weird anime sounding voice again. Some really mad anime character, some like fighter or something with inhuman abilities for sure. Alright. Another light tank heading down the center. It's going to provide cover for the infantry. We have one up by the gatehouse. It's not super deadly in its position, but I don't think it can aim its turret like far up enough. So in this position, it's not doing any damage at all, but at least it got there. It'll provide some kind of cover for the infantry. Second tank moving up. Howitzer still not repaired. I'm gonna head back into the game, see if I can work some magic here. Yeah, that barrel is busted, so we'll try and fix it. We'll get another soldier on the other howitzer here, and we'll see if we can fix that as well. I think that should prove for, well, it should make for a more interesting battle. That one wasn't actually disabled, so we're just gonna go ahead and recrew that. Now the tanks are out of harm's way so far, but that means the guns are as well, so they won't be doing any damage to each other. Alright, gun repaired. I think he can yeah, that gun should be good, so you can get back on the howitzer, buddy. See a Japanese officer down there with his binoculars, having a look at the French defenses. Another Japanese tank rolling in. It is going to take fire immediately, and that was a brilliant hit by the howitzer here on the right side. You know, I think this skybox, this rain, the thunder, the atmosphere, it's just so... It's gnarly, man. It's like... It definitely fits this kind of battle. This has got a Helm's Deep feel to it, for sure. So we're going to be sending a lot of these Japanese troops up the wall. Urukai style, you know what I mean? We're getting closer and closer, but this left side wall is just devastating. So many French rifles. I'm not sure what to compare the sound to. It sounds more like you're hammering down on metal, not firing a weapon. It's like Thor's hammer. No, that's over-exaggerating quite heavily. It just sounds like you're banging on metal, like some hollow metal, you know? Oh, the howitzers are just having easy pickings at the Japanese soldiers. They're grouping up like crazy. I think they're going to have to try and disperse or lose everyone to a few howitzer rounds. What a way to go. So I did make some minor detail changes to the map just to make it look like it's been through some fighting, and it sure does look like it's been through some hell and back. But all right, I'm gonna. Can you even say that? Been through some hell? I've been through some fighting. I should have just stuck to my guns there, but I went wild, and I made it sound completely illogical, unlogical. I'm not even sure what it's called. Let's go ahead and grab a tank or so. That one's in a decent spot. I want to back these up a tiny bit because I want to give them a chance to, like, work and not, you know, mess it up for the Japanese. The Japanese soldiers are messing it up for themselves as much as they possibly could. We don't want to have the tanks help them in that matter. It's going to make this an even more painful experience than episode 1. Although I must admit, I did actually enjoy part 1 a lot. Everything about it, the casualties, the insanity, and also the derpiness, it all made for a very fun time. Sometimes we forget that games don't always have to work to be fun. Sometimes it's fun when things don't really go according to plan. But yeah. Alright, at least the tanks have been given a chance now to work from a different spot. This one chose to go back. We'll let him. If he's comfortable there, fine. Oh, I think that howitzer's gone for good now. Crewmen down the wall, and we're getting some. Oh, look at these troopers! They're storming up. Oh, he's had a change of mind after his friend died. But yeah, this wall is reducing in numbers now. They're down to about half. They still seem to have 2 machine gunners, which is of a pretty serious concern to the Japanese. This howitzer is down, so both howitzers are down. I don't think they will be repaired a second time. No, for sure not. And there's no willing crew to man them. The rest are busy fighting as they should. This is, by the way, the aubergine. I think, what's his name? Martin or something? He's alive. The other guy, Enrico. Enrico he's not even in the rear lines. He's been called back to Paris. Maybe he will reappear in a different video or something. But he's not here. That's all I can tell you. He's here in spirit, but his performance today or yesterday was so awe-inspiring. Perhaps the French will use him for propaganda. Except when he gets home, there's no... I mean, you know, I've got no idea how that works. France has pretty much capitulated by now. What is the point of going back home when you're not returning to France? You're returning to Nazi Germany and Vichy France, essentially. Maybe the Germans want him. Maybe Enrico is somehow going to end up in German hands. Anyway, first soldier to make it. He's here, and he's got another tank with him. In fact, there's a hell of a lot of tanks here now that the howitzers stopped functioning. But they did do their damage. They definitely did. Plenty of Japanese tanks brought down. And more are coming. Alright, boys. Don't make a mess now. You know what? Let's form a super badass battle line right here with the Japanese tanks. This is how you make things look cool. You just form a firing line. This is going to help infantry move up and advance. It's going to be great for their cover. All that good shit. That is what we want these guys to have. I'll park you right there. Look at this. How awesome is that? Okay, so the first part of the battle is essentially over, but not the easy bit. I think the easy bit will be getting to the actual ladders. We've seen how horrendous it was trying to take the low ground after getting the walls. That was close to impossible. Alright, we're gonna try with some squads. We're gonna get 1 squad selected per ladder, I think. I think we'll have just about enough for 4 good pushes up here. This is going to be majestic, my friends. Brutal and majestic. Alright, guys, let's get up those ladders. No, not the tank. We're not gonna have the tank. No, don't give it any false ideas now, dudes. Right? Talk about spreading false hope. Alright, we're getting up the wall now. Banzai! Spread out, spread out. Come on, come on, come on, come on. This is the only way of getting troops up in here. So it's going to be a tedious process. It's going to be worth it, though, because, well, without them, we are without troops on the wall. Alright, let's get some there. We've done that before. We haven't really cleared out the sides yet, so the flanks are still a little... still unchallenged. Or, well, there's still troops here, and they're doing what they can to hold us back. So far, they're doing the job. How are we doing here on the left side? So far, so good. There's 4 riflemen in this trench. They will have to be disposed of first before we can storm and take the main trench back here. Then we can consider ourselves somewhat victorious, and at least winners and conquerors of this citadel. Alright, more manpower. Let's go. This is awesome. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. We might need more armor down a certain flank here on the right side. I think they need some armor support. Yeah, let's dispatch some armor that way. Can we even? I mean, sure we can, right? They don't seem to be too willing. Alright. Well, have it your way then. Now we're getting buddies up on that wall. Buddies, I kind of ended up somewhere in between buddies and buddies, and I wasn't sure where to go with it. I mean, sometimes I'm not really sure what to call these guys, so... Okay, that ladder is a no-go. The ones on the right here, or the ones on the far right, the ones on the far left as well, they're good. The ones in the center, I'm not entirely sure where the men end up. In some weird ether, you know? Ether. I'm not even sure how to pronounce it. Yeah, buddy. Alright, now we're getting there. Let's storm down. So much French firepower. I mean, not at all, actually. But for some reason, it's just... It seems to overwhelm the Japanese. It's like the militia in the Patriot, you know, in that early scene when he's got a tomahawk, a few loaded muskets, and his boys, his young boys, and the British convoy probably thinks they're under attack by a whole company. In fact, it's only a dude and his sons. Very realistic. But anyway, back on track. That is probably what the Japanese think this is. The whole French army is here. Nope. That is a squad. And it isn't even with Enrico in it, so... You know... Like... Okay, we've killed one so far. See, this is when it gets fun. You get to be in control of these men. When you're in control of the troops, it also makes you frustrated when they die, because you're part of their you know, like, success and failure, since they're not only on their own. Oh, this is going to turn messy. Oh, 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. And wow. Talk about accuracy and just, like, dedication. We brought 1 soldier down. We hit 1, but he wasn't killed. We lost all 5. Conclusion, we're going to need more men on the left flank before we... Jesus Christ, you again. Always some nut. Screaming into his radio, like, chill. Okay. Meanwhile, we don't want to, of course, we don't want to give up entirely here on the right side. Have we even captured the street yet? No, we haven't, but we've got a lot of men on it, so that is good. Oh, grenade gone off. How many men do I need to muster up here to, like, have a success at this? This is awesome. I mean, I like sending guys up like this, getting them up the ladder, getting the troops going here, but it's also, like, when you get 5 men, you're like, alright, it's time to storm. No, Diplex, you should wait for 20. Give your men, yourself and your men, a chance to win this. Okay, wait for 20. You need 20 men. You'll need 20 men to take that trench. Not more, not less. 20 men. Alright, that's what we need. There's 1 guy remaining, though, so that might be slightly outdated info. Alright, now we're actually going to rush him completely. Alright, I've been waiting for this to actually clear out the trench. And for this time around, we're using grenades. He's gonna blow himself up. More perilous to him was as a grenade he was trying to throw away, other than our rifle fire. Our rifle fire was not as dangerous. It was far from as dangerous, in fact. And that is just disappointing. But my friends, We're getting there. The goal is close. We've captured the walls. We've cleared the outside. Alright, get there, boys. Banzai! I want to literally storm the trenches with bayonets now. Nothing else will do. Alright, come on, trench storm. No, 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 get in there. Bayonets! Bayonets! Or something similar to it. He's gonna dodge that grenade like a boss. And he's gonna be shot dead. My friends, well, that was a rather quick ending to a very long and long and painful battle. But we did reach some kind of historical result. The Japanese are now in control of the city. They have now won the short battle for French Indochina. But look at the casualties. We'll mark Japanese casualties in yellow. Once again, just a disastrous amount of casualties for them, even up here on the wall, and even on even ground against very highly outnumbered French soldiers. Down here, well, pretty bad. I thought it was going to be way better than last time. It turns out we've been slaughtered this time around as well. Wow, that is absolutely incredible. There's more troops coming in, but they're not needed. We've actually captured the Citadel. It just shows how many I thought I'd need to actually take it. And I think we were somewhat lucky there with the tank performance. I thought it was going to be way worse, and I thought the howitzers were going to kill more tanks. It would have turned out to be a more difficult task, if so was the case. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, thank you so much for the overwhelming support I've received over the last couple of days. This isn't enough thank you for that. There will be a video addressing all of that coming out pretty soon. And until then, you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in another video coming out soon. Ciao.